How are we there, guys? And welcome to another episode, another week of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh, joined once again, as always, by Ben. How's things, champ?
I'm good, mate. It's been an interesting week. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it was an interesting week. Friggin' start of the week, obviously, Monday-itis out of the road, so happy days. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Let us know if you
Monday-itis is never gone.
can... Yeah, exactly, right. Let us know if you can hear us. The audio's all good and everything else, picture quality, all that sort of stuff. If not, we'll get some tips. Got the media manager of the Newcastle Jets on the show today. So, big thanks, obviously, to Nate for jumping on and giving us a little bit of his time. As well as that, a big thanks to him, obviously, in the last month or so for the past players and everything else that we've have been able to have on the show as well. So, Nathan, well done. Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me on, boys.
Too easy. First things first, obviously, welcome to the club. First, obviously, real chance of probably some fans in here, obviously, have had to put a face to the name and so forth. So, how have you found your time since joining us?
Yeah, really good. Everyone's been super welcoming, from Deansy to the admin staff and the players. I've been pretty fortunate over the last 15 years to work exclusively in sport, and I can say, as the media manager aside, that this is one of the best group of blokes that I've ever met. Like, they're all just absolute champions, and I say that as a sporting fan, not as the media manager. So it makes my life a lot easier dealing with just such a great group of guys. And it's been really nice as well, the amount of supporters that have reached out and said g'day. Catching up with guys like yourself, who've obviously spoken previously to coming on the show today. One thing that I think makes this club really special is the supporters are really passionate and invested. So when you've got people that so invested and really care about the club, it makes the good times really enjoyable, and the little wins that you can have, whether it's a cool graphic or a cool video, you can celebrate those things together. So obviously the results aren't going the way that we would all like to at the moment, but as someone new to the club, I see a lot of upside, and I'm really excited for what the future holds.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. So obviously, you may as well start a little bit about yourself. So, Newcastle, born and bred?
No, I'm from Foster, the mid north coast. So Newcastle's not too far away. So an adopted Novocastrian. I've been here for a few years now. So definitely call Newcastle home.
Yep.
I've got a young family, and we're really set up here. So I think Newcastle for the foreseeable future. Spent a few years in Sydney, worked at Fox Sports for a number of years before moving up to Newcastle to head up the media with the Knights NRL team, and then finished up there late last year, and I think I'm 4 or 5 months into the Jets now, maybe pushing 5 months. So I'd like to think that I've got a pretty good handle on the Newcastle media market, and A-League's got so much room for growth. I'm really excited about the broadcast rights and where things end up there, because it's a really great product. We have a really great group of people, and I think next year we'll see some results and we'll have some really good wins.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Guys in the chat, if you guys have got any questions for Nate, whether it's in regards to obviously stuff you'd like to see, obviously on the Jets page or stuff like that as well, be sure to whack it in the chat. I know you, or if you've got other people around you as well that do it as well, whack some stuff in there a couple of weeks ago, I believe, just to sort of get some feelers of ideas that the fans and everything else may have, and so forth. Obviously, some of the stuff you've done so far has been, it as Ben and I we can testify to, it wasn't hard to beat. There wasn't much coming out in the media department of the Jets.
Not at all.
Let's be it's been a while, a long time. Like, we're talking, we're talking 5 years, I'd have to say. You probably go back to the days where players would get out and get the microphone to themselves, and they'd sort of do like Jets fan TV. I think it was a little segment they used to do back then, where they sort of just talk to fellow players or whatever it is. There hasn't been really much at all and stuff like that. So the fact that you hit the ground running there with some real fresh ideas and everything else from a fan's point of view was good to see, especially considering the season we've had before your arrival. What's the go? How did you get into media sort of side of things? Was it something you done at uni or something you've always had an interest in? Or
so my background's in journalism. So I was a journo. Well, I studied journo at university, and then was lucky enough to land a job pretty much straight out of the gate, and that was in rugby league. So I worked for a startup company as their league writer for about 3 years, and then moved over to the States. I used to do a bit of wrestling, so in my younger years, I was interested in potentially going down the WWE route and doing a bit of sports entertainment. And, after a couple of tryouts and a bit of feedback, decided to come back home and get back into journalism. So I was fortunate enough to land at Fox Sports and again continue covering rugby league. So I did a fair bit of writing there, hosted a podcast, did a couple of different TV shows on Fox League and Fox Sports News. So UFC, boxing, rugby league, tennis, they were sort of my sports. I'd never covered football. I played it all throughout my juniors and refereed for maybe 6 years in my teenage years. So I like to think I've got a pretty good grip on the rules of the game. Old man still referees. He's been refereeing maybe 25 years now. So football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, it's ingrained in my family. So even though my background's in rugby league, I've always had a love for the game, and remember back in the NSL days, coming to Newcastle and watching Newcastle United. I remember the first year of the A-League, going and watching the Mariners of all clubs early on. Yeah, I know, controversial, right? I speaking to Joel Griffiths today, just saying like it's quite funny. Like I remember watching you play, as a teenager, and now, I sit opposite you in the office. You have those cool pinch yourself moments, and it's quite interesting. I actually forget what the question was now. I'm just sort of getting lost in lost in thought, going down memory lane, remembering the NSL days and the crowds, and So,
mate, well, we can't go past, obviously, you touched on the wrestling and so forth. So what's the go there? Who was your favourite wrestler?
I love a bit of Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Stone Cold. We've got the same hairdo, so halfway there.
90s era.
So,
attitude.
Yeah. No, I mean,
pretty sure that the image that I pinched for your thumbnail for tonight came from a wrestling photo.
Is it WrestleMania? Yeah. So part of working at Fox, this was probably one of the cooler things, that the WWE would fly me over every year to cover some of their events. So I'm pretty fortunate that through wrestling, whether it's covering it or doing it, I've made a lot of friends. I've emceed a couple of WWE events. So that world is one that I've enjoyed. Like I just love sport. NFL, basketball, football, soccer, rugby league. I'm just a sports nut, tennis. So to go and work in multiple codes, whether it's as a journo or as a media comms manager, it's a pretty cool way to make a living. So I'm very fortunate.
100%. I'm not going to sit here and I love the WWE. It was I used to really love it, but like now more so. Freaking, I still watch like your Raws and stuff like that, just for your again, just for the media sort of thing, just their storylines and everything else. I don't really watch the
Yeah.
matches anymore. The storylines in that are really good, what they do and the way they
I like
communicate.
I like a lot of their documentaries. Like
Oh, yeah.
I've stopped watching WWE. I've got a young family, so I'm pretty time poor these days. But I enjoy the way that they hype up a match, and I think that's something that the UFC, WWE, boxing does really well. That Australian sport should be looking at. The way that they sell matchups, sell rivalries. A lot of the different content ideas that I brought in at the nights were appropriations of things that I'd seen on WWE. I think a lot of the behind the scenes style videos that we're doing at the Jets now, WWE is right up there with doing it really well. So I'll often find in a bit of downtime, I'll watch a bit of a doco and try to take things away that could potentially be converted to a Newcastle Jets A-League story. So I know most people, you either like wrestling or you hate wrestling, but there's a good opportunity to take from other codes or other programs and tweak it and use it for your own purposes, and that's what I'm trying to do at the Jets.
That's it.
And I suppose that's a really good way of doing it, considering you've mentioned the behind the scenes sort of stuff that we're getting now at the Jets. Considering the club has based itself as we are a community sort of club, and it's always highlighted that fact. I think the behind the scenes videos is probably one of the better ways to get interaction from the fans in regards to that.
Yeah, I think anytime that you peel the curtain back and show people something that they wouldn't normally see, you're bringing them in, you're engaging with them. I've made a real conscious effort, and I'm not sure whether it's been perceived this way, so I'd be keen to hear your feedback. I want to try to bridge the gap between the playing group and the supporters, and by showing a bit of their personalities and giving you that insight that you wouldn't get anywhere else. That's my starting point to bridging that gap. And I think as the months roll on and the players get more comfortable with me and trust, get their trust in me, we'll be able to do even more things. Roy O'Donovan has been amazing in trusting me to tell his stories and go out on a limb. We tracked him for a day and took the camera home to his family and met his son. And if people haven't seen that, head to our Facebook page and have a look. They're the type of insights that I think all A-League clubs, all sporting clubs should be doing. And there's plenty of codes that do it well. But I know as a fan of sport, whether I'm a Jets fan or a Glory fan or a MacArthur fan, if you're showing me something cool fly on the wall, I'm going to watch it regardless of whether I support your club, because I like seeing that insight on what athletes go through to prepare for a game day or prepare for a training day. So those sorts of insights are the type of thing that we're going to be trying to do more of. I'm a one-man band, so timing at times can be difficult when you're juggling multiple jobs. Editing's a pretty arduous process, and shooting obviously takes a while. You end up shooting a ton and using a little bit. So there's definitely a desire to do more behind the scenes style of content, and I think that the fans will really start to see some personalities emerge as a result.
Yeah. It's been one of these, again, some of the stuff that we've seen so far has just been, it's refreshing. From, as I said, from a Jets fan, it's really refreshing. We went through that season not too long ago with the grand final, and even that was bare. It was really raw, and we had no idea what was going on in the background and stuff like that, which would have been good from a fan point of view, obviously, to see how they were coping, because they would have been flat out every week. They would have been busting their knacker, and you're not going to get much out of Ernie Merrick, let's be honest. But at the end of the day, they were doing all the right things. So it would have been really good to see some of the players obviously that are still there now, obviously in a really strong, happy. I'm not saying that they're not happy now, but like really upbeat environment.
Cohesive.
To say this sort of now where it's a bit tough. The results aren't always there, but they're still engaging. They still want to do, as you said. Roy obviously has been pretty openly about obviously everything, with his family and becoming an Australian citizen and stuff like that. So it can only get upwards. Going to go upwards from obviously where it is now. I think. What was it, Ben? What was the one that I was looking at the other day?
I suppose it's nice as a supporter to be able to go to the Jets Facebook page and actually find something that I actually need.
Yeah. The media.
Like I don't have to dig for a press conference anymore.
Yes. How good is that? You don't have to. It's not.
I don't have to go through a million different sources just to try and find a press conference that Deansy's had.
Yeah, 100%. Like, because that's the point. Like, at the point now where it's not even worth looking at. You may as well just wait till the next day, sort of thing, because that's when it's going to.
I don't know when it's coming out, and I know exactly where it's going to be.
Yeah, it's go to the Jets page. It'll be there. If it's not there now, it will be. It's going to be there. The one on Brent, that was really good. Like, I think honestly, he is he is the glue at that club. He's been around. He's done absolutely everything, as the video mentions. But it's good to see, obviously, the fans obviously, getting the idea that shit, he's been there that long. Like, holy shit, is that you just, he's gone from cleaning boots.
Most people would have walked past him in the street and not even noticed.
People had walked past him at the game and just watch him at the game and just go, oh, he's just a kit man. He just picks up cones and he does, but not to actually get to know him and,
he's got the hardest job in the club. Like he's a jack of all trades, and I think it was maybe my third day at the club that I was watching this guy and I was like, holy, like he is just the Mr. Fix-It. Like, Jason Hoffman calls him the glue, and it makes sense. Like A, he's a champion bloke, but B, he's a workhorse, and he's a really passionate Jets man. So I thought that he had a really good story to tell, and he was super reluctant. Like, he's such a humble, just do your job, head down, bum up sort of guy. So it took a lot of convincing for him to let me do that. I actually just started filming him in secret, and I think the second day that I was filming him, he clued on. He's like, "Are you filming me?" I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Can you not?" And I said, "Nah." And he goes, "What are you going to do?" And I told him, and he said, "Is there any talking you out of it?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Well, I'm not going to help you with it." I said, "That's fine. I don't need your help. I'll work around you." So in the end, he realised that I was just going to do it anyway. So he reluctantly helped me out. But like, he's the long-term Jets fans like all know who he is. So I think that it got a lot of love because Brent is a really lovable, likable bloke. So if anybody deserved a 7-minute mini doco on them, it's Brent. So it was really cool to be able to do.
Yeah, no, and absolutely, he's a legend, and friggin', may it continue. I mean, like, he's just that type of bloke where you just don't want him to go anywhere. He does everything, makes life easy, as the players said. Makes life easy for them and does everything. Friggin' books flights or presses shirts. He's not going to be too impressed with Tess, because Tess gave me 2 of her shirts. So I'm sure if he's pressing iron on the friggin' numbers and that, which he said he doesn't like to do. So whoops, sorry, mate. But yeah, obviously we've had so much feedback, obviously, in regards to stuff we want to see and stuff like that. For me, I think 2 things that I would like to see, mate, in the future is probably more in the youth side of the setup, sort of thing. Like, just obviously, it's a good way to obviously get them into the media sort of things if they make it and stuff like that. Get them around a camera or stuff like that. Even like just little basic player profiles and stuff like that. So like Archibald and stuff like that come in and shit. No one really knew who he was, where he'd come from, and what he was about and stuff like that. So that might have been, it would be interesting to see what the go is there of where he's come from and how hard he's had to be. How hard it's been for him to get here. He could have come from Tassie or freaking God knows Perth, God knows wherever. So stuff like that with the youth. And I think the other thing as well, Ben will probably agree with me here, is in regards to the W League. I think the W League is a very, it's so far behind, in my opinion. Like we've been lucky enough to have a few of the girls on and stuff like that, and just speaking to them, and you can tell when we're sort of like, oh, how's it all been? What would you change? What would you like to see? And it's just in their voice. It's just like, longer seasons. Full-time contracts, 5. All this sort of stuff, and if we can do a little bit at the club, obviously, just to make them more known. Not saying that obviously that you're not doing stuff and everything else, but to play probes and stuff like that for them when the season's on. Just obviously get them interacted a bit more would be great as well. I think from my point of view. Ben, you got anything there, mate? There?
Yeah, I suppose when
can I just jump in? Can I just jump in quickly?
Absolutely.
One of the challenges that we've got is there's one person in the media department, so that's myself. The youth team trains in an afternoon because a lot of these guys are at school. So to do additional work with the youth team, same deal with W League in season. They train at 5:30, 6 o'clock in town. We're based out at the uni. So to do any additionals, you're looking at some serious long days with a one man show. You then throw in the fact that A League probably plays on a Saturday, W League probably plays on a Sunday. There's your weekend completely gone. So the challenge that I've got is trying to find a way to make all of this work with one person pulling all of the strings. We don't have the luxury of some clubs that have 3 or 4 in their media team. And that's basically what it comes down to is the logistics of what's achievable and what's not. Like the youth team, we are now doing a weekly rookie report that covers off not only the male team but the female teams as well, and updating the scores for the academies, all of the grades, men's and women's, and that's pretty much got me at capacity at the moment. So that's the challenge that I've got with any additionals, and that goes for the A League as well. Any additionals beyond what we're doing at the moment, it's a challenge, and I absolutely agree with you that it'd be lovely to do more, especially with the W League, more so than the youth team. I think with younger kids, you need to be really careful with building up their profile and their hype too early. Do you need to earn the right to get media exposure? 100%. And for a player's development, I think it's really important that they don't get ahead of themselves. So W League is 100% a priority for next season. I think having a pre-season as a media manager to get out and shoot content and bank a lot of stuff up before the season starts, I think I can comfortably say that W League content and coverage will look 10 times better in the 2021-22 season than it did this year, jumping in at the halfway point of their season. So,
100%. And again, mate, I'm not saying freaking I'm expecting that shit every week and stuff like that. No, again, it's hard, obviously, as you said, we're in a situation where we've only got the one person. Other teams are lucky enough to have the help and stuff like that. So, but as I said, I'm just more talking from, on the odd occasion and stuff like that. Again, there's so much that obviously as fans we would love to see that we have never seen. You know what I mean? Never really seen what's going on. Even just as you said, like covering all the fixtures and getting all the results and everything else, because it's so hard. We don't really know, one, where they're playing, and 2, where to get those results and everything else. So even if, as I said, just a simple result, the under-18s or whatever, the youth got a win, happy days. Who scored, whatever. But yeah, no, mate, well, as we said, we totally get it. And, you can only do so much in an 8, as we would say normally, as we work as well. You only do so much in an 8-hour day. So, it is what it is, friggin', as we said, friggin' any sort of content in those areas would be great, as little or as much as humanly possible. That's what we're trying to get with that. What else we got?
Sorry, I cut you off. Keep throwing them at me. Let's keep this going.
That's all right. I'm going through that post that was put on the Jets page. The we want your feedback.
Yeah. What do you got in there, Benny?
Somebody mentioned the fact that the Mariners' social media is on point. Not only this year.
I think that might have been.
Theirs has been pretty dull.
Yeah, it might have been from a Mariner fan.
That's unsurprising. I mean, they've got Marvin, but that's about it.
Yeah, you've got the basics and everything else. People obviously enjoying the player content, obviously at training. That just having a look and seeing what the boys are sort of doing at training, and I think you slapped a mic on, was it Gus?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Are you mic'd? No, not yet.
He sold that so well too.
He did.
But stuff like that is, again, it's good to see. I even think we had I think we had a Newcastle Jets YouTube page there at one point. I think one of them.
We had a Newcastle Jets YouTube at some point.
Yeah, it's still live. I actually had a look at it a couple of days ago. It hasn't been updated in like 7 years.
Yep.
And I can't find the logins or anything. So
yes, I think the followers were still good too.
Yeah, there's about 800 people following the page. So I'd love to be able to get hold of all of the credentials, but in all honesty, I don't know where to start. I doubt that whatever email is linked to the page even exists anymore. So, and YouTube's a funny one.
It's very difficult to get into if you forget something.
Yeah, I know previous people in my position have tried to recover the account and haven't had any luck. So I'm still a bit undecided what to do in terms of YouTube.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Some of these comments, you just sort of sit back and you just go, wow. The videos are a bit over-edited, but I've been enjoying the extra content. Righto.
Can't please everyone.
That's a bit harsh. Bloody hell.
Put it this way, if I was to edit them, they'd be 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Like just to see my editing style.
If you want them under-edited and it's just a talking head and no overlay,
exactly.
Bit more blurry would be nice. You just hear the voice and then we've got to guess the bloke.
A bit of glossy and blur over it all. Pixelate the face.
Yeah, pixelate the face.
Guessing game.
Crime scenes. Absolutely.
Throw the voice changer on.
That's it. Yeah. Throw it on, absolutely. But yeah, as I said, friggin', we figured we'd sort of just get you on, as we said, welcome you to the club. Get, obviously, any ideas that obviously the chat have had. Tag It TV. Oh, that was a banger. Yes, Luke. That was good. Tag It TV. Oh, is that still up? That was funny. Good times.
Probably still on YouTube.
Yeah. I think it still is.
You'll find anything on YouTube.
That was pretty good. Friggin', there was some funny stuff back in the day from I think when who was it? I think Boogs. No, was it Boogs? I can't remember who it was. I think it was.
I think the best one I've seen is Ryan Scott for Western United.
Oh yeah, that was good.
They just let him loose.
Yeah, just let him loose with the camera. That was good. But as I said, again, it wasn't hard to beat. Because past media managers weren't doing a great deal. But as I said, mate, from a fan's point of view, considering the results, considering the season that we've had, it's been good to obviously watch what's unfolded on the Jets page. With whether, as you said,
and it's been a massive talking point between fans and supporters as well.
Correct. Just
trust us when we say your work has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
That's
just a
good
little
to
intro.
No, that's cool.
Just a little intro, the friggin', the in and
the
out.
Glitch.
The stinger at the start, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that just, it does, it catches you. Happy days, that's good. It's not just a Newcastle Jets logo and friggin' here it comes.
It's a bit of laziness on my part because my go-to edit is a glitch. That's good feedback.
I saw that and just went, somebody's been having
dividends.
I looked at it and just went, somebody's having fun in After Effects.
Yeah.
Just a lazy good. We know every time we see a glitch, we'll just claim it as he's been lazy.
Yeah, he was lazy.
He's just.
He's been busy today.
Yeah.
Oh, far out. No, too easy, mate. Well, we're going to let you go anyway. As I said, we do thank you for jumping on. Keep the good content coming, mate. It's been absolutely great. Is there anything that we might be able to see coming up with the remainder of the last 3 weeks of the season, or are we going to keep that a secret?
Well, we spoke before this went live about some movie poster ideas. So I'm toying with the idea of doing a few more of those, getting a little bit creative with the graphics. I'm working on a Lyridan behind the scenes video at the moment, which I'm hoping will drop this week. So he was nice enough to let us mic up him for his farewell speech to the team, which is actually pretty cool to capture. So being part of the team huddle and hearing the conversations and the banter, that's something that I know that not many teams have done. So that'll be a really cool insight for people. And working on like a vodcast podcast sort of concept with one of the current players to roll out for next season. So I think I've pretty much got the format in place and just not sure whether it'll be a weekly or a fortnightly. And we're looking to engage a lot of the old boys, bring back the past players. So I think that's a really important part of sport that the Jets have probably got away from in recent years, is not engaging enough with the history of the club. So that's something that Shane Matisky is really passionate about, and something that I'm looking forward to, telling some of the old boys stories. Where are they now? What are they up to? That's something that we're working on for next season as well.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Absolutely. Ripping stuff. Can't wait to see it. And as we said, mate, keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll keep in contact and get a few more players on here, and obviously get a few more blokes micked up and friggin' let them loose in the change rooms.
Maybe next season we'll give someone like Cantor a mic and let him loose after a few wins.
Yeah, that's it. Just don't let him friggin' get on the garlic beforehand. Otherwise, the boys will run him right. Loves a bit of garlic, so I hear.
I'm sure they'll be running from him regardless of whether he's got garlic in his mouth or a microphone in his hand. So
he's probably had a rough year, but I'm sure some of the boys are probably happy not having him around in that change room. He's a bit of a mischief.
Well, mate, he's still there every day, Cantor. He's at training, he's rehabbing, he's sledging, he's providing a great atmosphere. So
hopefully he comes back bigger and better next year, because as I said, he is definitely, and he's another one I would love to see. You know what I mean? Like, he's been there for so long. He's pretty much the longest serving player, and he had this. He went from early on, obviously having chances in Germany and stuff like that, and it's still stuck around. And unfortunately, injuries have got him the last couple of seasons. But hopefully next year hits the ground running, and friggin' that he's back round one. He's open.
100%.
No worries, mate. 100%. We'll leave you to it. Take it easy. Thank you very much again.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon. We'll get a few more guests organised.
No worries, mate. We'll speak soon. See you.
Cheers, Nate.
Good on you guys.
See you, mate. There we have it, guys. Big thanks to Nate for jumping on, giving us a little bit of his time. Ben's gone friggin' downwards. So
yeah, I can't jump in and fix that because of the double audio.
Oh, yeah, righto. So we're just going to have to run with it for the moment. I'm going to cancel that right there.
Well, I can stop recording now. I might be able to get in now and fix.
No, wrong. Sorry, wrong one.
Wrong button.
Anyway, what have we got?
There's like an 8 now.
Press conference from 9 years ago on the YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Wow, that is a banger.
Gonna have to go look through them.
Absolutely. But yeah, as we said, we do thank him for jumping on. Muchly appreciated for giving up a little bit of his time, giving us a bit of an insight into what we can expect. And yeah, so forth. Other than that, it is the same old shit. We are going to make it pretty short, this one. I've got a heap of shit I need to do, considering I'm heading up to Newcastle in 2 days.
Lucky you.
So, friggin' yes. Another result. Another shit result. Other than that, that's pretty much about it against the Coast. There's not much to really talk about.
Yeah, but we didn't, once again, we didn't play bad.
At the end of the day, we didn't do enough. I feel we dominated the first half. And then the second half went to shit. They clearly dominated the second half and deserved winners. The penalty aside, I think if the penalty didn't go in, I still think they probably would have scored. But when they did get the penalty and it was converted, they sort of just went into defense mode.
They woke up.
Well, they sort of really went into defense mode and just went that'll do. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to press the overcompensator and go and look. Let's go for another one, and then it was like, let's not worry about that, because if we try and go for another one and we get stuck on the counter, well, then they've scored and then we're back to square one.
Yeah, we're boned.
So let's just friggin' stick with what we've got, take it easy, and friggin' so forth, which is what they did.
Fixed.
Too easy. But other than that, the penalty aside, friggin' the penalty is a penalty as far as I'm concerned. Is it a penalty in Sunday League? Probably not. Is it a penalty in the Premier League? Probably not. But in the A-League, shit like that's given. And as Newcastle Jets fans, we can't whinge about it, because at the end of the day, we got a soft one last week. That if freaking that was the same penalty that we conceded this week, we would have been bitching about it.
One of those, they're very quick to, they've got very short memories.
So at the end of the day, freaking we got a lucky one last week. They copped a lucky one this week, and it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. We didn't play well enough. I think Andy Harper friggin' nailed it on the head on Saturday, whenever it was, Saturday.
Was that when he was having his fight with Bozza?
It was about 6 of them, but the one where he stated that there was nothing going down the wing, and it hasn't been. And there hasn't been all season, because how Roy has had nothing to do in the middle off those crosses. They've all been shit. They've been terrible.
But he said that on the podcast with us a couple of weeks back.
Yeah. Ben Burgess, welcome. Not enough quality in the squad and playing unlucky. Welcome, Ben.
Welcome, Ben.
Welcome, mate. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, mate, be sure to do so. Whack whatever you want in here, mate. Friggin' if you've got any topics and so forth about the Jets, you want to talk about the boys or the squad or anything like that, if you haven't just joined us, hope you enjoyed, obviously, a little chat with Nate and what's obviously hopefully to come with the media side of things. But yeah, as we said, it just wasn't good enough. It hasn't been all season. Look, let's be honest, we were flat yesterday. On Saturday, we going down the wing, and that was obviously purely because we played in the back line. There was no real midfield.
Yeah.
No real wingers there, so it is what it is. Yes, we're lacking players, but I don't think we're not lacking a lot. You know what I mean? Like, we can sit here and go, we're lacking, you know what I mean? Like, yes,
lacking luck.
We are lacking a marquee. I think we need a marquee. We need that experienced,
we need that Ronnie Vargas.
Even Ronnie or a friggin'
Roddy would have been a good
Yeah.
pick for this season. Just on his distribution.
Yeah, there could have been. There's lots of past players that would have been friggin' fantastic to have. That may not have been. Wes Houlihan to something, just that spark, which we lacked. You know what I mean? Friggin' is what it is. Hopefully next year we get that. It's been no secret, obviously, that we are definitely looking at players, and we are obviously talking to players, hopefully, for next season. So, hopefully, the ones that are advanced in, we're trying to get on the books. Hopefully, they're decent players. Hopefully some quality players. It's going to be interesting. It's a completely different year next year. What do we got? Hoping that they can keep players like AP and O'Doherty and try and build a squad around some young guys. We need to get James Donachie in the squad next season. He could help. Donachie's a big one. I think Donachie is someone that we need to get in. I think we would be crazy not to look at signing Bugard on for one more season and running him off the bench if need be, or something like that. Virtually stating to him that, look, you aren't going to be starting games a great deal and stuff like that, but we need you there for the experience. We need you there to guide the new defenders and that we got through. Whether that's Donachie, not that he's not experienced, but show them the way, the Newcastle way. Like he is a true Nova captain.
Yeah, he is.
We need him there to virtually show them how to play for the badge. Friggin' this is what it's about. This is what we want. La la la. All those sort of things. What do we got? JFK, your head hurts.
Nah, don't even acknowledge it. I've just removed it.
Good job. We're heading down the road. The Mariners went down picking up scraps from other clubs and maybe checking the...
We're heading down the road. The Mariners went down picking up the scraps from other clubs and maybe checking the MPL.
Yeah. Again, though, this year it was going to be that. It was always going to be that with you not being able to get internationals in and stuff like that.
And with the ownership debacle at the start of the season, we didn't have time to do anything.
Yeah. But every team's in that scenario. Adelaide's a prime example of that. They friggin' went crazy in the NPL market and shit like that, and they've picked up some great players for it.
Brought through a lot of their youth, though, too.
And again, it's no secret. Adelaide's got a fantastic youth system. Look at the amount of Adelaide-born players that we've got and had.
Their youth system's nuts.
Yeah. But it is one of those things, you look at the Mariners are a prime example. They're in a situation no different to us other than the fact that we finally got bought out. Is where their situation is. Friggin' their owner is obviously openly stated that he wants out, and he is more than happy to look, and he is looking hard for a friggin' suitable buyer. It's good to see that he's not looking just to offload it to anybody, which is great. Oh, fantastic. Grab that, Ben.
All right.
But yeah, it's good to see, obviously, that he's still trying to friggin' offload the club the right way. As much as he wants out, but still now getting results. You know what I mean? They've had a good season. Who knows? It might be a turnaround for him. You might look back and just go, "Oh shit, might be worth holding on to for another couple of seasons. We're going all right." But yeah, look, it's hard as a Jets fan. Ben, are you a paying member? Let's get that out of the way. Are you a member? Do you pay? Have you got a membership? Because this is the biggest thing, and I had this conversation with friggin' one of the guys on the chat the other day.
I've been keeping up to date with what you've been posting on the groups.
And it was freaking clear cut. Like, I mean, like he was just like, la la la. It's it is what it is. Yeah, just bait the system and freaking just.
You've gone out to sea with Lockie. And you're using the right sort of bait too.
Maybe play the youth for the last 3 games and see next year. I was a member since 2012.
Sadly a member. I was a member since 2012, but couldn't afford it this season, unfortunately. See, that's all right.
This season's different, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Even if you freaking, again, you go to the games and stuff like that, you're still putting in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's probably the one person. Don't worry. Pay no attention. I'm working on it.
I'm just amazed. We've been so lucky. Anyway, but yeah, so no, it's good. As I said, it's times are tough. Times are tough, Betty boy. It's one of those things, unfortunately. Friggin' hopefully bigger and better next year. Friggin' Luke, are you going to the game on Friday night, Ben? Were you there on Saturday?
Mm.
I
don't think it really hurts to see the coast doing well.
No, it's good for us.
They've had their fair share of shit that they've been dragged through.
Absolutely. It makes it better for us.
And I've been saying, and me and Josh have been saying this for years, it's only going to be a matter of time.
Yeah.
It was only going to be a matter of time
100%. Before
they came back firing.
Yeah.
And it's good. It makes the rivalry healthy. It's
100%.
good. They've been... I suppose the derbies over the past few years, especially, the one... As much as we enjoy an 8-2 win, it's like kicking a dead horse.
You don't want to be beaten.
It's that Simpsons meme. Stop, he's already dead.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If you're going to get beaten at Derby, you want to get beat 1-0. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good result if for a loss.
It took 60 odd minutes for the tackles to start flying in, but they were there.
And I play soccer Friday night, so can't make games there. Oh, the Friday night brigade.
Friday night all age.
Who you playing for? Who you play for on Friday nights? What lucky side has you, mate? But yeah, so no, I'll be up. I'm coming up on Thursday morning, friggin' help me mum out and so forth. Try and get to the game on the Friday. I figure I'll pay for the membership, may as well friggin' get one game.
He plays at Vandy. Uni New South Wales.
Oh, now I know. Oh, you play with friggin' all the lads.
Oh, Lake Mac.
You don't play friggin'.
Not the uni. Frickin' they've been going nuts on friggin'. They've been going nuts on social media.
And you don't play with Vandy. Vandy doesn't play for them anymore, so I heard.
Oh, really?
Oh, well. Yeah.
Play with a few of the active support guys. Yeah, Andy and Paul.
Yeah, Turner and shit.
Yeah.
I did friggin'.
They do like full team lineups and shit now every week.
I did.
It's so fun to watch.
Great. It's fucking great.
There's a few names in there that I sort of went, huh? I know that name.
You're the keeper, Benny. That's right. He pulled out. Yeah.
Soft.
That's easy. Yeah, no, he had to pull out for medical reasons. So I heard. He's talking too much shit, so they put him on antibiotics. Yeah, he's the goalkeeper.
He's the goalie.
Oh, let me hang on, Benny. Hang on. Let me just run you through this lineup. Fucking Tom Sheldon.
That name I know.
Nah, you know Timmy V.
Oh yeah.
What do we got here? No, Matty. Oh, Benny's brother plays. Matt Burgess. Andy Hayden. Oh wow, you poor bastards. Jackson, your Fulmer's in there.
That's Fulmer.
Fulmer, are you serious? I can't. Yeah,
no way.
He doesn't run. He doesn't run. Mate, he's the orange peeler for sure. Yeah, Turner. Friggin' who else? Adam Martin's in there as well. Jason Lynch. Wow. They got beat 6-1 by Stockton. Mate, that's saying something.
Oh.
That's saying something. Andy's a gun defender. Yeah, he can play. Runs more than Adam. Oh, that's fucking true. It's good old Adam Martin. That's because he's an Eels fan, mate. He's got his mate. He needs to go back to touch footy. Adam.
Ripping flares off.
Mate, Jesus Christ. Who's got on Friday night? I might friggin' might boycott the Jets and head down to this one. Do we get beers? Is there an Esky?
Stockton a half full of ZPL players.
Same with Stockton.
Same with Katara.
Oh yeah. Who you got this week? Boycott the Jets. Friggin' to go down and watch local.
Mayfield.
No. Is that the juniors? Is that Mayfield juniors? If that's Mayfield juniors, I'm so going to that. Guess who plays?
Oh, I was about to say who's Jaden got?
No. Guess who friggin' plays for Mayfield?
Who?
Guess who's the captain at Mayfield?
Who?
Nigel.
No!
Yeah, Nigel's the captain out there.
Nigel Burt?
Adam J, yeah, friggin' yeah, from all the boys.
No way!
Yeah, Bakes was meant to play out there as well. He's not this year though. Friggin'
Hang on. They're half the blokes that used to play with the South Cardiff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few of the boys that played with Southie, yeah. You play where at, mate? Oh, tell me it's at Mayfield. Tell me it's at Mayfield, only because it's fucking 10 minutes down the road.
8 p.m. kickoff. Damn. Luke, where are you playing this weekend?
Yeah, Benny, where is it at Mayfield? Tell me it's at Mayfield. I'm all over that shit if it is. I am all over that shit. There's nothing more than friggin' gumming down there. And Vandy can't play anyway. He's got the Jets at Mayfield. Oh, I'm gonna boycott the Jets game. I'm coming to that. I'm all over that, mate. I am all over that. Fucking, I'm bringing the esky. I'll bring the beers. Mate, anything to friggin' just sit there and give a few of those lads some fucking shit. Mate, that'd be funny as. Let me know if you need me to bring the boots up. I don't play till Sunday. And I'll be home by then.
Yeah. Oh, when are you home? Saturday night.
Saturday night I come home. Yeah. Let me know if you need if Andy needs or if you need a replacement. I'll jump in. Mate, we're probably not the best one to jump in for though. Considering they know me. They're like, you don't fucking live here. And if we win. It's funny. No, good on you. Nothing beats Friday night all age. Fuck, I'd kill for Friday night all age down here. Mate, it would be so good. We could have used some last Friday. Do you want me to bring the boots? But yeah, friggin' yeah. Oh man, I would kill for Friday night all age down here. It'd be so fucking great. So good. Better than Sundays at 3 o'clock. 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
Stop rubbing it in just because some of us can't play anymore because their bodies can't keep up.
Oh, Madawi. The old, what's it called? Is it a Bumblebee? Bumblebee Oval or something? Is it Bumblebee? I can't remember what it's called now.
Bumblebee over.
It was something like that. Madawi Bumblebees, they used to be called. 3 weeks ago, down 3-0 in the first half. We scored with the last kick of the game for a 4-4 draw. Yeah, wasn't that freaking Lynch? Didn't Lynchy score the last one? Mate, don't worry. I've got the results here. You don't need to tell me. I'll just work it out. I've got them here. What do we got?
He's all over it, Benny. He's all over it.
Mate, don't worry. Friggin' it's like Turner friggin' invited me to the shit. And I'm going... I'm looking at some of the names coming in this squad. I'm like, far out. Late Macquarie must be paying these blokes. Sausage rolls and pies to come out of retirement. Evan Saxton. Fucking hell, where do I know that name from?
Tangles Lynch with the very last kick, full time called while celebrating.
Tangles, yeah. Funny as. Yeah, Jason, yeah. Lynchy. What else have we got? Did you get a player profile? Mate, some of them were funny. Here's his player name, Matt. Oh, there's Matt Bird. Didn't you? Oh yeah, Benny Bird. Here we go. Our new stopper has previously played in Belmont, but better known for his appearances down on the Central Coast for Toukley and Doyleson. As good as he is at stopping shots, he can put them away too. Rumour has it there might be another Burgess in the ranks for Lakes this season, so keep your eyes peeled. That was his brother. Name Ben Burgess. Preferred position goalkeeper. Favourite team Plymouth Argyle.
Oh!
Yeah, big Plymouth fan. Fuck yes.
Plymouth. That's an interesting one.
Fuck. Best memory.
Okay, now, and people think I'm weird because I hit the championship. Fuck.
Best memory on the pitch, scoring a weak foot double. Best and worst attribute, solid one-on-one saver, but can also get caught like a deer in headlights sometimes.
That's like Terrence.
Oh wow! Favorite player? No. What do we got? Favorite player, Ben Purrington. Best goal you scored. Describe it in a game. Against Avoca, playing on the wing, I played a 1-2 with our striker before sticking it in the bottom corner from 20 yards out. The wins. Get in, lad.
Oh, that's easy for me to answer. What was the best goal that you ever scored? Easy. The one at this point, at this time, against frigging Yarraville Soccer Club, because it was the only one I ever scored in my entire outdoor career.
Fucking
but I would have been about 10.
How many vapes does fucking Andy Hayden have before a game?
Probably about as many cigarettes as I used to have before a game when we used to play.
Fucking, mate, he's like a vaping fiend. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I used to have like 4 or 5 cigarettes before friggin' kickoff.
Mate, fucking...
And me bacon sandwich. Remember, I wouldn't get on the pitch without my bacon sandwich.
Yeah, you got fucking hell. Mate, we've gone from fucking Newcastle Jets to Lake Macquarie All Age. Fucking hell, get down there Friday
Yeah.
night, 8 p.m. at Mayfield. Get them, bring the noise. Fucking
Bring
hell.
the noise to Mayfield, 8 p.m. for Friday.
Surely if fucking Loudy come down last week to watch the game on Saturday, fucking he's surely going to be there Friday night. I'll get the boys in.
Yeah, I was saying that he was up there.
A few of them.
Chewy loves the vape too.
Kiwiman. Yeah, Kiwiman.
Yeah, up the Argyle. Oh, apparently that player plays for Charlton.
Oh, right.
Interesting.
Oh, right.
It's alright. Charlton can have him. We've got their old boss.
The big fucking Van Dyke. Big Kiwi. He's a defender, isn't he? I'm sure he's a defender.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, centre back. Favourite team, Liverpool or the Jets. Best Far out. That's so funny. Fulmer, all the lads. Anyway, it is what it is. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Well, that might take priority. I'm going to dare say that's friggin' Nigel's team that they're playing. Not last.
Message him.
I will. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, great player. Oh, fucking hell.
You want to do a cheeky bar TV for me so I can watch it?
Oh, mate, freaking I'm so there. That's gonna...
Bring me on Facebook, and I'll sit there and watch it.
Oh, Benny, I'm
Feel
there.
free to come and hurl abuse at us.
I'm there. Jets game scratched. Mate, freaking I'm there for that. At Mayfield. I'm only...
Oh, that's right. Luke's got Cooks Hill.
Mum's over at North... now she'll be at Northampton, so... Freaking not far at all. Freaking, mate, fuck, I'm there. Just got to try and organise a freaking lift, and I'm freaking sorted. Because I'm not driving. Be on the beers. But yeah, no.
Yeah, that's right. Lukey's got Cooks Hill this week.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, 8 p.m. sorted. Lock that in. Fuck,
Screw the Jets game. Who are the Jets playing?
Jets, yeah, Brisbane.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, mate, freaking... Yeah, but you know what the Jets have got on Friday night?
What?
$3 hot dogs. $3 hot dogs. You gotta love them.
Wow. Mate, take your own in a thermos.
Mate.
Go get one of those metal tin thermoses and then chuck a couple of hot dogs in there.
Fucking Fulmer. That's funny.
And do it yourself. He does it himself.
That's so funny. Anyway, it is what it is. That's good. That's good value. I'll hit up Nigel. I'll find out what the go is. See if that's who they're playing and shit. If not, I'll still come down and watch. That's worth a watch. That's the squad. The squad.
Yeah.
And you just got people.
I've seen their squad and I'm like, that's a name I know. That's a name I know. That's a name I know.
Bloody
I know half their fucking squad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know half their squad.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Bloody hell. Paul Turn. Fire, that's funny.
All age G grade.
All age G grade. Right on. I'll hit up Nigel. Nigel. When you
Kia ora.
Friday. Anyway. Yeah. So, too easy. I can announce our next week's guest.
Yay!
Considering
We have a guest.
Considering no one's here, I'll get Ben up to do up literally the friggin' shit ASAP.
I may know, I may not know.
When he finds 5 minutes. No, it's been trying to get him on for friggin' months and shit like that. Friggin' been in and out and yes and no's and ifs and buts and what have yous. But we will be joined next week, same time, 8 o'clock. I think we're going to go 8 o'clock. Because the great man is 2 hours behind us. So it'll only be 6 p.m. over there for him. Pretty much A-League legend, NSL legend.
I know.
Played fucking over 500 games or whatever it is in his career and so forth.
I know who it is.
I'm sure you do. Plenty of those games, obviously.
Can I guess it?
Stevenson's Park, 8 p.m. Yeah, that's their ground for sure. Yeah, so massive thanks to the great man. Currently with Fox Sports on the odd occasion. friggin' he was running amok last night, obviously watching Andy Keogh friggin' pumping bombs from halfway and everything
Yeah,
else.
I know who it is.
So I'll leave it up to you guys if you guys reckon you just want to friggin' have a quick stab. If not you, Ben, but the others. But yeah, friggin' absolute legend. I'm just going to get the exact stats of how many games he played because he did play a shite load.
Even if you, I think you previously mentioned him to me before, but even irregardless of that, with what clues you gave, I would have guessed it.
Yeah, easy. No, I'll probably.
Stevie's first half went well last night. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Perfect. Yeah, it was perfect.
Sorrento, Olympic Kingsbury, Sorrento, Perth Glory, FC Vaduz on loan for 12 games, and then finished up at Sorrento in 2011-13. He's the coach. He's the past coach of the Perth Glory Women, Sorrento FC, Adelaide United Women, and still is technically, if you want to get it on a technicality, the current, obviously, coach of the Western Australian All Stars, who play some friggin'. I was impressed. I found out more about that than I knew about. I knew they were a side. I knew they'd played Perth and.
Who's this?
So it's called Western Australia.
Yeah.
So Western Australian state soccer team.
Yeah.
They have been around for donkeys.
Yeah.
So and they have played some absolute banging sides. So the team first played in 1902 against the England cricket team. That was their first ever match. The history is friggin' beyond ridiculous. Biggest defeats.
Can't work it out, Loki. Can't work it out.
Biggest defeats were 14-1 defeat to Hajduk Split in
1941.
1941.
Yeah.
And 14-1 as well in 1964 to Everton.
Oh!
So they play a lot of the clubs that do come out in a lot of the countries and a lot of international teams and stuff like that for war.
Yeah.
And all that sort of shit, yeah. Never lost 5-1 here this season. So you've got no idea? Well, there you go. The man we are talking about is the great Jamie Harnwell.
Jamie Harnwell.
He's a legend, obviously, of the game. 200 and X games just at Perth alone. He's played everywhere. He's played up front. He's played defence. So, yeah. Good.
He's like me.
Good bloke to get on, obviously, and have a chat to. So I think it was
chew the fat with.
256 games for Perth, 44 goals in his time in the NSL and A-League, obviously from 1998 to 2011. Plenty of games, plenty of friggin' highlights, plenty of friggin' good memories obviously there. Friggin' they were the dominant side back in that 2008, 9, 10 era. As well without winning anything. That was a shame.
But they were dominant in the NSL in the later years as well.
But 98 to 2001, well, right up until 2004, pretty well, they were dominant. Sasha, what was his name? Friggin', I can't remember his name now. Bobby Despotowski.
Yeah, Bobby Despotowski.
Playing a lot along the likes of him is just a question in itself.
It's interesting. It's something new, Luke.
What is it?
And I don't think the missus has got it right. No, it's got a bit of tang in it.
Oh, a bit of tang.
Oh, it's this recipe that she found on TikTok. It goes alright, but I think the portionage of ingredients needs a bit of tweaking. But I'll let her know my feedback. Don't you worry. It's a bit sweet. It's got a couple of things, and it's one of the weird things that it has in it is French onion soup powder.
Oh yeah.
So because of that, I think there's a bit too much of that in it, which makes it quite sweet.
Yeah.
And gives you that bit of tang on the back of your tongue.
Yeah.
A little less of that, and I think she's pretty well got it perfect. It's like cheese, bacon, potato, the French onion, like soup powder.
Yep.
Goes alright. And then you put it in a baking tray and then bake it. And yeah, it's got chicken in it as well, and it's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. You're not here to get cooking tips from me.
As long as it's edible.
I can cook.
Anyway, we're rambling. We're going to leave. We are going to wrap it up there. Again, I've got freaking heap of shit I need to do. I need to get up sparrows to freaking get everything.
So what's your dinner?
At work. I'm having chow mein.
What?
Oh, it's fucking amazing. It's good. So good. Beef, friggin' veggies.
Oh, just the name sends the fucking shiver down my spine. See you boys. Well, you won't see me. You may see me if you get close enough to Josh's phone.
Cheap flights, better.
I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not flying up Nui. Oh, shut up, Luke.
You wouldn't be able to spell his name right anyway.
My name's correct on my PAX ticket.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit. They're not going to look at your license.
No, but the hotel will.
You could walk in there, fucking just virtually go and fucking. Yeah, my name's Brian. No worries, mate. And you go. They're not going to turn the nerds away. But anyway,
I have flown since then and had it correct. Sure. So relax.
But yeah, no. Again, thanks very much, Luke. Muchly appreciated. One thing I didn't mention at the start of the show, which I freaking forgot to do, be sure to go and check out our major sponsor, Gabriel Ma, optometrist, down there at Jesmond, Eye Care Plus. They will sort you out with all your eye care needs, whether it's prescription sunnies, blue light glasses, which we are currently wearing right now, which is good just to take the edge off if you are looking at a computer screen. And other than that, guys, friggin', yeah, take it easy. There's still coasters down there, I think, which I'm going to go in and pop in and say good day and check when I'm there, because I forgot to do it when I was up there not too long ago. But yeah, other than that, we'll catch you guys soon. Enjoy the football on Friday night if yous are there. I was going to be there, but friggin' this game looks more enticing between Mayfield and friggin' Lake Macquarie, and to sit back and friggin' have a few tins and just absolutely rip shit at half their squad, I'd find that fucking hilarious. I won't get ejected if I start yelling abuse and shit there. Are flares allowed? Can I bring flares? Will I get ejected from Mayfield Park from flares? But yeah, thanks for jumping in. We are great for a comeback. So if we're 4-0 down, there's still hope. Mate, well, their keeper's probably the one to watch. Good keeper.
Yeah, keeper. He's the one to watch.
Good keeper. Same thing, can play outfield as well. Bring whatever you like. Oh, fucking hell. Might bring fucking Fulmer's grandma. I'll see what Vandy's up to.
Oh, God.
Good old
Lock you down.
Good old Fulmer. What are we doing? Funny shit. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's muchly appreciated. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitch. We are also on Spotify, Anchor, and obviously Apple.
Yes.
Yes, got there. Okay, it is like the one thing that I keep on for. I'm like, fuck, is it Google?
Well, whether it's Google or Apple that hates it.
Yeah, I was like, which one is it? So you can find us on there as well. Fulmer can hit a ball, absolutely. As long as you tee it up for him, place it on the floor for him, do everything you need, and then just let him swing his boot at it. Just keep all the defenders and everyone away from him, and he's all good. Nah, Fulmer can play. I've seen him play before. He can play. But yeah, be sure to go check us out on all those social platforms. Again, it's muchly appreciated. Go like the Facebook page as well. I think we're very close to over 300 friggin' likes or something on there, which is fantastic. So when we add stuff and when we obviously friggin' put stuff up, you guys can go and then share it, because at the end of the day, we want that shit shared around as much as possible as we get special guests on, and obviously
You've got to give me permissions for this.
What?
Nothing.
What have I got to give you permissions for?
Your Twitch.
You've got permissions for everything else. You may as well thought you had it.
No, I don't.
No,
I've got to tweak them.
Right. Anyway, guys, we are going to leave it there. Are you on here? No.
I'm getting there.
All right, well, just wait. Let me just finish this up. What are you doing now? I'm about to end this, or are you going to friggin' wait? But yeah, anyway, thanks again, Benny, for jumping on, mate. Muchly appreciated.
It is always a pleasure. Pleasure, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for jumping in and joining us as well, Ben. Muchly appreciated. Lukey, as always, for helping us out with the bits and mods and so forth with everything else. Greatly appreciated. Everyone else in the background lurking and so forth. I'm sure Noopy's lurking around there somewhere and everything else. And if you're watching this, obviously, back later on YouTube or something like that, thanks again for tuning in and watching it as well. Muchly appreciated. Yeah. Other than that, we are going to finish up here. What we got a raid, do we? Where are we going now? GPU?
We're going to go see Vimesy.
Oh, fucking Vimesy. Mate, he doesn't deserve a friggin' raid with like 3 people.
Hey, every little bit help.
But yeah, other than that, guys, I will catch you guys real soon. Take it easy, and we are out of here.
Bye.
See ya.
Just mute us and let that run.